Welcome back. Before the break, we were talking to our distinguished guest today, Nadeem Qadir, Press Minister at Bangladesh High Commission in London, about his latest book, or rather the second edition of the book. It's about Liberation War, the Untold Story. You wanted to share a few more things with us.
Yeah, you were asking that what I was looking for, when the readers try to read the book.
Right.
There is a write-up from my younger brother, who was born 10 days after my father was killed. When he sent me that write-up, and I said, Baba, I'm writing this book, second edition, and I wish he could write something that you feel about the war, what you think about your father, that you've never seen. But when I found his grave and he was reburied, he stays in New Zealand, so he could not come at the time of the burial, but he came later on, and he told me, Bhayu, I don't want anything else in the world from you, what you have given me. Which he meant was, till then, his father was only in pictures, or what he heard from others. But on that day, there was a grave he could touch, and he knew his father is there, and he could talk to him. So, these pain, how much I want to understand, how much you want to understand, is only he knows. Like I feel the pain of losing a father. I feel the pain of losing my mother sorely. But nobody can understand this pain unless you have the same. And I tell Naveed, his name is Naveed. He's an excellent man. He's got a lovely family. He's got 2 daughters. And I tell him, Baba, I know you haven't had the opportunity of seeing your father. I cannot be your father, but I always try. And that is the extent of relationship we have.
Right.
I call him Baba because everyone says, he's not your son, why do you call him Baba? I said, he's 10 years younger to me. And the last thing he has
well, the word Baba has got many meanings.
Yes.
Many meanings.
But it came out automatically from me since he was born, you know. I mean, as I grew up, many people used to ask me, why you call him Baba? I said, I don't know, it's the love I have.
I call my son Baba. So.
Yeah, that's not usually his son. The last point is, there was a visit to our house in Chittagong on 21st or 22nd or something around that time by Major Zia and Begum Khaleda Zia. And I have mentioned their visit, the things that happened around that time, and what came out from the meeting was told to me by my mother later on, and that I have mentioned there. So I think that is also a very intriguing part of history. It could be.
Right, away from the book, we have to move.
Yes, absolutely.
In time.
Thank you for giving me time for the book.
Not at all. You are welcome. We come back to your job as Press Minister. You as a seasoned, veteran journalist, worked for so many news gathering agencies and organizations, you in a government position as Press Minister, do you ever think, or does it ever occur to you, or have you ever come across, that your person, your values as a journalist, do you have to compromise with your position as Press Minister of a government? I know that is a government of the People's Republic of Bangladesh.
Yes, of course. What is the government? It represents the people, the country. So whoever is the Press Minister represents the country also, and his people. And specifically, my job is to let people know what my government is doing for the welfare of the country and in other aspects. So that's part of the job. And I can tell you something, that when I came in here, from then I have been able to change few things. Because soon after I came, the Honorable Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina was in London, and I asked her that it takes a lot of time to issue visas to some of the categories, especially media. And as a journalist, I think this is a great obstruction, because we plan, journalists plan. I used to work for the international media, so I used to travel. So we plan and then we move. But the first thing that you move across border is you need the visa. And I'm honored That very day she instructed the High Commission that let him be the judge of the applications.
Right.
And I can tell you, and if you want statistics, I'll give it to you, that since then I have issued so many visas to anybody or almost everybody who applied. Not only media men and absolutely hardcore journalists. And I don't think it harms your country because we have nothing to hide.
Right.
And my Prime Minister says that also, we have nothing to hide.
But it should have been in place anyway, even before you initiated.
Yes. So, because nobody talked about it. And what happens is, I tell them before they go, because they have their mindset about Bangladesh, political unrest, there is that, all those things. I said, you should go to Bangladesh. Come back and tell me that what you know is wrong and what Nadeem told you is wrong and or right. See for yourself. Neaz bhai, I can tell you, everybody who went there came back
with a good story.
Very good story. They complained about the huge traffic jam, but they say traffic is a problem in London these days also. So we are working on it. They have seen a lot of construction of other things.
We have many cars in every country.
Yes.
That is the problem.
No, we are working on it. We have working on monorail. Then we are still trying to see if we can do the underground also.
Right.
So things will happen. We are a new country.
Inshallah, we will.
Inshallah.
We will. You are the first ever Bangladeshi diplomat to become a member of the Diplomatic Press Attaches Association. Okay.
And also the London Press Club. Not the London Bangla, London Press, the mainstream.
Yes, right. Yeah. What is this, why first ever BD diplomat? I mean.
Why I became a diplomat?
No. This is first ever BD diplomat.
Has
become a member of
DPPAL. I think it should. That is one of the first things I need to do, because you have to know the media. So what is the easiest way to know that?
Unless you become part of that.
A part of that. So the London Press Club is the mainstream British media. So I had applied to them. They had asked me that since I was a diplomat, I said, I'm a journalist all my life, and when I go back, I'll go back to journalism again. I still write and all that. When they asked me for some background brief, I gave them, and when they learned that I was working for all this media and all that, they were very happy to accept me. And the chairman of the London Press Club, Doug Wills, is now a very good friend of mine. And so through him, through the programs they hold, I can disseminate anything about. A lot of people said, oh, there's a Bangladesh mission here. That is the extent, because we are a small country, they are dealing with big countries.
Well, where it might be our failings, but it's also their failings. They should know.
Yeah, they should. But, there's an attitude problem about Bangladesh and smaller countries. But increasingly I find that they're talking about Bangladesh. And that's also a signal that I'm getting, which I can convey back to my country, my authorities, that people are talking about Bangladesh. Why?
Who are your authorities?
My authority is the Information Ministry and the Foreign Ministry,
right,
and the Prime Minister's office.
Right. We want to come back to something else to see. I read somewhere, when I always tell my guests that I'm going to ask you some stupid questions and you have got to give me some intelligent answers.
Well, I'm not very intelligent, but I'll try.
I read somewhere that you wanted a free press wing in the High Commission, and I mean this word free.
No, actually, I didn't say that. I said an independent press wing. See, we are here as deputed from the Information Ministry, but the High Commission is under the Foreign Ministry. So a lot of our work has to be, go through the channels of bureaucracy and all that. And I'm not a bureaucrat. And so when I came here, I was trying to do things, but my PO would tell me, sir, I have put the note there, but it has been approved. I said, what the hell is this note? I need to do it tomorrow, and if it's not approved, what will happen? So, I used to go around and do all those things, and then I hosted a lunch for my friends in the Bangla media. So they were asking Nadeem bhai what was happening, and I said, no, I would like to have it so that I don't have to write a note to do this, even for the becoming a member of the London Press Club, all that. But it's my wish, but the system doesn't work like that. So the best choice is live with some of the things, cope with it, and find out the easiest way to get things done. So after 6 months in London, I think things have changed. And whether it's independent or not, you have to know how to do it.
Right. Great, and thank you for that. You as a journalist as well as a government official, how would you look at the situation back home? How safe or unsafe are the journalists back in Bangladesh?
Yes, I've been in this profession for the last 36 years,
Right.
even plus now. What is in Bangladesh right now.
But this is not particularly specific to Bangladesh. This is happening everywhere.
No, but there has been issues, and I'd like to say about my country first. Then I can talk about other countries, which I know. I cannot think of a better time for a journalist in Bangladesh. We have the freest media now. You can see that if I say one wrong word now, it will be in some online thing, stories will be coming out. That is happening. People are writing against for everybody and nobody. So what? My Prime Minister, Sheikh Hasina, cannot be anti-media. She's the friendliest leader with the press. She gives live press conferences. She will take any answers. She started the Ekushi television when she came to power first time in 1996, and that is now for her. Since she came to power, we have 35 more channels, more coming. We asked her that, what do we do with so many channels? She said, well, people want to do it, let them do it. If they survive, they will survive. If they perish, they'll perish.
Yeah,
it's
we
a
have
competition.
so many channels, we have so
So
many newspapers. But
radio stations.
But how much is the newspaper read? See?
No, I mean, interestingly, it is a wrong idea the newspaper is not read. Increasingly, in the countryside also, there are more educated people in the countryside now than before.
Well, your highest circulation was, I think, about 100,000 of...
For the English,
yes,
yeah.
No, English is awful. English is awful.
No, it's gone up. I cannot give you the figures, but it has gone up.
Maybe 50,000.
No.
The best circulation.
I think Dhaka Tribune, Delhi Star, they have quite good. Maybe around the figure. But English is not the mother tongue, so it's not a problem.
I'm not talking about English. I'm talking about Bangla.
Yeah. So there are so many Bengali newspapers. How they are surviving? It's not only the sponsors they get for advertisement and other things, but also from the sales. That's what I know. So the level of illiteracy has gone down. Literacy level has come up. Maybe before a newspaper was not important in a Mufassal town.
Right.
But now one man buys it, two men buys it, they read it and people listen to it.
Share it.
Because many of us say that television news is one, okay. But there's more in-depth details in newspapers.
Right.
So you see, that is the understanding. So things are changing. Everything is changing. So if you say that how many people read, there are a lot more people reading newspapers these days.
On this note of change, we take another break.
Sure.
Thank you for being with us, and we'll be back after this short commercial break. Thank you.